Here are the 5 teams I think have the best chance of signing Mitch Marner. The first team that I've got here is the Detroit Red Wings. After just missing the playoffs the last 2 years, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the Red Wings to make the postseason next year. And I think Steve Yzerman's seat is starting to get a bit hot. And I don't think the few small changes for the Red Wings is going to be enough to get them into the playoffs next year, especially in a loaded division like the Atlantic. And you can say what you want about the playoff success that the Leafs have had with Mitch Marner, but the regular season success has been undeniable, especially this past season when he had over 100 points. So I think by signing Mitch Marner that the Red Wings will become a playoff team. The next team that I've got here is the Utah Mammoth. They've got the cap space to do it, and like the Detroit Red Wings, Utah was on the cusp of making the playoffs this past season, and by adding Marner to an already young and exciting core, I think it would be a huge upgrade offensively and help push the Utah Mammoth to the next level and make the postseason. The next team that I've got here is the New York Islanders. The Islanders are in a very interesting spot heading into this offseason. They've been in and out of the playoffs the last few years, and they've got an older core group of players, but will be injecting some youth into this lineup next season with Cal Ritchie and potentially Matthew Schaefer, who they're likely going to draft first overall this June. They also just brought in a new GM in Matthew Darch, and I think that the Islanders could retool this offseason. Bringing in Mitch Marner would help inject some much-needed offense into this team and potentially give them the boost that they need to make the playoffs next year in a weak Metropolitan Division. The next team that I've got here is the Chicago Blackhawks. The reasoning here is pretty simple. They've got a ton of cap space, and they need to start surrounding Connor Bedard with some offensive talent. And the last one that I've got here is the LA Kings. I'd honestly be shocked if the Kings aren't in on Marner this offseason, or if they don't try to bring in one of the other top free agents like Nikolai Ehlers or Brock Besser to shake things up. Because if you end up against Edmonton for the 5th straight time in the postseason next year, and you expect different results with the same core, that's insanity. But as always, leave a like. Drop a follow on the Armchair Athletes, and there's a lot of possibilities for where Mitch Marner could sign this offseason, more than just the 5 I named in this video. So let me know in the comments where you think Mitch Marner will sign this offseason.